I love the movie. It's a great job. Can you tell me a little bit about the genesis of the comic and any plans for director's cut or outtakes?
Yeah, we'll get some stuff online. We've been really busy trying to get it done, but we have like one deleted scene, and we have some funny stuff. Like I'll probably throw up all of the. Kevin Smith can talk like nobody's business, so we cut him way down. So I might put like the whole Kevin Smith thing up on our Facebook page,
especially the part where he shouts "no" for a minute and a half.
And then, as far as the comic book, Rourke had met Joe Hogan at Celebration 5 as well.
Yeah, Celebration 5.
And something that I've always thought was just a great idea for a small film was to market it through a comic book. It's something you can pick up. It's artwork in your hands, and it's something you get people involved with the characters very easily. If I hand you a DVD, it's a lot more effort to put that in than it is to pick up a comic book and thumb through it and kind of get into the characters. And then just story-wise, I had wanted to do a straight adaptation, and then we kind of sat down, and the comic book follows the story of, it's 3 adventures of Simon and Henry revolving around the action figure, as opposed to like Chaz or anybody. And they're all introduced in the story, but it's like that action figure. And there's some fun cameo stuff, like Kyle Newman's in the comic book, so we got to throw him in the movie, and Jamie King, so that was kind of fun too.
So this is an unsolicited advertisement that you should all come to Celebration 6 in Orlando next August, because you will find your fame, not necessarily your fortune yet, but...
Hopefully we'll be in the fan film contest next year, if they'll let us run. So you could go and see it again there.
What Star Wars character from the movie is best described in this movie? What character most like the Star Wars series?
Favorite Star Wars character?
My favorite Star Wars character? I'm like a big minority, but I like Luke Skywalker. I always have since I saw Return of the Jedi. He showed up in the black outfit like 30 years ago.
I'm kind of a Vader guy. I like Vader. Han Solo guy.
Yoda is the guy that nobody gives him full credit for. He's always underestimated. Size Bender's not.
Speaking of Yoda, Tom Kane did one of the voices of the Stormtroopers. I don't know if you guys caught that, but he was one of the Stormtroopers in it.
And then for Darth Vader, we had Matt Sloan of Chad Vader fame.
Yeah.
Which is also Force Unleashed, Luke Search games.
Amazing to be back here for Force Cast.
Force Cast representation. Amazing job. Thank you guys so much for tying together 2 of my loves from my childhood. Really appreciate it. Everyone can identify with one character from Breakfast Club. Can you guys let me know which one you guys identify with most?
Oh, that's a good one. In a weird way, I'd say Emilio Estevez's character, because I was an athlete in high school. I wasn't a nerd-hating athlete, but I was an athlete. And filmmaking came to me because I tore my rotator cuff and I couldn't play sports anymore. I couldn't throw a baseball. So that's when I got into filmmaking. So to me, though, that's kind of who I was at the beginning of high school.
Anybody else? Dan Mark?
As for myself, kind of a cross between Emilio's character and Anthony's character. You know, I was never really in one group or the other. I did play some sports, but I was also into Star Wars as well. So kind of a hybrid. But those would be the 2 I relate to most.
Chandler, because he's awesome.
I like Steve's answer. I'm going to go with that. Thanks a lot.
Hi guys, that was great. That was awesome. I was really looking forward to that. One thing I appreciated, and I don't know if people talk about it much, but I really love that you brought back some of the original John Hughes music and songs. That's always something I very much enjoyed from the original movies. I'm wondering, was it tough to get some of those songs, or did you have to pay a lot for licensing? Or?
It's been easy so far. You want to tell them what I did?
It's a not-for-profit movie, so the people at Universal kind of said, unless you're going to sell it or make money off of it.
Ask us no questions, we'll tell you.
Yes. Yeah, basically. It's similar to the, you know, they look the other way. As long as, like, it's the same thing with Lucasfilm. As long as we're not making any money off of this, they're happy to let us go and play in their sandbox.
If it were a commercial film, the music rights are one of the really obscenely costly things.
That's what I was thinking.
These days.
Yeah, it was awesome. Okay. It was a really sweet guys. Thank you.
Thank you. And we are going to try and get on TV as well, so we're hoping by the time we get to that point, people will like it enough, they'll cut us a little bit of a break.
Or the TV just pays for it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay, we've got time for the last two questions here.
Okay, cool. I was going to ask something similar to that. So I was actually surprised that so many licensed music was in that movie. That was pretty cool. So let me ask you this question. With the movie ending the way it did, where the woman didn't know Star Wars, but she hasn't seen it, how many of the people that are actually playing, well, you probably don't know this, but how many people in the actual movie, like actors themselves, were like Star Wars fans? If you actually like talk to them casually between takes, you find out if they're Star Wars fans.
It was, yeah, no, it's a good question. It's funny. It was important to me to bring, I know Star Wars really well, I know John Hughes really well, and it would have been really easy just to make this Star Wars nerd-tastic movie, but I really wanted to have the Hughes elements in it. So the guy who played Simon is a huge Star Wars fan. Quoted the movie line for line with Steve and I the entire shoot. The guy who played Henry, the other nerd, has never seen Star Wars.
Still hasn't.
Still hasn't, and now he won't on principle. The girl who played Leia, medium Star Wars fan, but she wanted to be Kelly LeBrock from Weird Science when she was growing up. The girl who played the Bausch character at the end grew up in my hometown and loves John Hughes movies and loves Star Wars. And the girl who played Jennifer is just kind of like a casual fan. Did that cover it? Ula, well, I mean, you see for yourself. She's right here.
Cool. I just wanted to know. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, one last question.
I was wondering, how did y'all get the funding for it to get everything moving forward?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm going to avoid that question.
For your questions, let's give it up for the wonderful people involved. Thank you guys so much for coming. It's fun to watch with you.
Yeah. But everybody here is your best friend. You just don't know yet.
Check out Twitter and Facebook too. We got updates coming up there, and we're going to say when the movies are released also.
HughesTheForce.com, Hughes the Force on Facebook, and @Hughes the Force on Twitter.
How about Steve Sandsberg?